Facebook. Find us on the Plan B Morning Show YouTube page. We are live now. I finally did it. I still need to send Hunter the link. Do you want me to send you the link? I'm sure boss might be able to just listen right now. Like, why do I pay these guys? Why? Yeah. Ready to go. Ready to go. Yep. Yep. I blow it. Yep. I double doinked it. I'm sorry. All right. But we're on now, so it's good. Did you get the link? Are you ready to go? It's all right. No one's watching. That's it. Everyone's like, well, let's just chalk this one. Let's chalk this up as a loss today, fellas. Let's chalk this one up there. Anyway. All right. Well, now we are up to snuff, ready to go. Mr. Potato Head in the background.
Yeah.
There he is. I see him.
He's kind of lurking back there. I don't like
creep. He's smelling your ear. Get out of here. Son of a bitch. Creeping me out. Hunter, don't move. Steve Harvey's behind you right now.
Oh, God.
There he is. Oh, anyway, well, now that we got everything going here, why don't we get to it? It's time for your morning dump. I will tell you, I actually am ready for morning dump.
Oh, that's good.
I got some good stuff for you.
Yeah,
so
good.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Your morning dump brought to you by Pump.
Job. That's what you're supposed to do.
You're supposed to do that every day. That's exactly it. Morning dump brought to you by Pump Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-7777. Or visit pumpthatseptic.com. Yeah, pump it. Well, some researchers worked with an AI algorithm to figure out what the machine thought of the quote-unquote perfect human and how they should look.
Saw these pictures.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was based on images it gathered from the internet. The answer is bad news because it's fairly likely the perfect human does not look a lot like you or I, Hunter. Okay?
Hey, you know what? I saw the picture. So it was the big picture of the dude, and a little picture of the lady. I didn't click on it because you probably would have to go through a million pages to get to it. But
yeah,
way. I mean, it's everything you think it's good. You take a Ken doll and you shoot him full of steroids and you chisel his jaw. I mean, it's basically an anime character.
That's a good way to describe it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
I saw this picture. I'm like, there's no. I mean, if you look like that, people, you would look weird.
Yeah.
Because you would walk around and be, was that an alien? What is that?
That's weird. That guy's creeping me out over there.
That was man-made.
They look like skinny versions of photoshopped fitness enthusiasts. Almost no body fat, power for muscles, perfect features and everything. However, researchers chimed in calling the images unsettling because of how unrealistic and out of proportion the body parts look. So you're right on, Hunter. You're right on. Yeah.
Right, I'm right on this. But what's really scary is, AI is taking all the information that we give it.
Yeah.
So what we gave the AI or what it's looking into what we think is, it's kind of portraying our own image. You know what I'm saying? Or our own thoughts. How do you explain
I get what
that?
you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
So we're like, oh, this is crazy. No one is supposed to look like that. However, it took all of this stuff from what we're posting.
Exactly.
And so I think it shines a light on the fact that we and what we're posting online and what we're letting these influencers do, it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic.
Everybody's up in arms about the AI. I'm like, hey, the AI is just mirroring you. That's mirroring what you think and what you post. It's what it is,
Yeah. We did it. This is us.
Yeah.
So
it is. So look that picture up if you guys get a chance out there. If you're listening to this, it's pretty. It's pretty far out there.
Got like the He-Man abs. He's got 97 abs.
I mean, come on.
I have the power.
What is this guy eat lettuce just all day long and work out and just?
This guy's weird looking. I don't like him. He's creeping me out. Anyway, so AI making us feel terrible about our bodies. Hey, would you pay extra to have an empty seat next to you on your next flight? You could get that chance if you fly the Australian airline Qantas. Here's how it works. If a flight isn't very full, you'll get a message about 2 days before takeoff during offering to put one of the unsold seats next to yours for a small fee. But you won't be totally guaranteed to get the extra elbow room until boarding begins. If those extra seats do wind up getting filled, you'll have to sit next to someone, but your fee will be fully refunded.
Okay. I was going to ask you, do you get the refund? It's kind of a good idea on the airlines. I mean, they're just looking for ways to make more money.
They're making more money, but I tell you what, I would pay every single time to have a seat, an extra seat open next to me.
So I've never had to deal with it because I've always sat next to my wife.
But you've had to sit next to someone else.
No,
too,
I've always
right?
gotten like the aisle seat for somehow. I've always gotten
okay.
very lucky. Maybe people look at me like, "Oh, you're tall. You probably need it."
Yeah.
But okay. So what's the difference? I mean, are you laying in that seat? What are you doing? Can you lean over and like?
No, it's just nice because you don't got some body right on top. Because every airplane now, the seats have gotten smaller and smaller and tighter, so they can
pretty tight.
And so you get the extra elbow room. You can just breathe. You don't got someone right next to you. Some other warm human body sitting next to you for the next however many hours.
So it's never happened to me, like I said, but I take it if you're flying solo, you're really rolling the dice on how your flight's going to be by who's sitting next to you.
Yeah, and most times it's awful.
Can make or break the trip,
dude. How many stories have we done now? It seems like the airlines are just getting. Like, people don't know how to act anymore when they get on a plane. How many times have we talked about people getting duct taped to seats, escorted off the plane? So at this point, a little bit extra room, I think, would do everyone some good. Let's spread it out a little bit, because apparently we're not handling this well. We're not handling being set on top of each other in this confined space for multiple hours, eating tiny bags of peanuts with little tiny cans of soda.
Dude, they used to serve you all dinner like my dad was telling me about it. He's like, man, when we flew back in the day on it, this was about. I'm like, really,
dude? You had lazy boy recliners in there. You could smoke. All right, all the stewardesses were hot. The drinks were free. The pilot was high on cocaine. It was an
experience.
It was an experience getting on a plane back in the day. Now we're just like a bunch of cattle going off to slaughter. It's terrible.
It was the Southwest experience, not the.
I will say it happened to me once, where there was a middle seat. So it was a work trip actually, and so we flew down with a bunch of clients to spend some time, say thank you to them in Mexico. Had this great time. Well, flying back, my buddy and I, who coworker who went, Mike. We're sitting there and the plane's getting loaded on, whatever. We're settled in our seat. Well, he's in this seat. The middle seat is open and I'm at the window seat. And the plane, more people keep walking past. It's filling up. All of a sudden, we're like, we don't see anyone else coming on the plane. And that middle seat still hasn't been filled. Dude, no one showed up.
Yeah.
We had the middles. Dude, it was the greatest. We were just high-fiving like,
this is awesome.
The stewardess came by like, oh, you guys are lucky. That's pretty cool. I said, would you want some? No, we want that seat open. I had my feet out. I was bag. It was.
Let's stay. Let's keep going.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not getting off.
It was glorious. I was just so happy some fatty mouth breather didn't come in. Like, oh, sorry, I was running late. Oh, that would have been terrible.
Closest thing I can ever get to that is I got offered the exit seat once. That was nice.
That's a lot of pressure, though, man. That's a lot of pressure.
I mean, it is. You just got to go through the little spiel. Whole time in my head, I'm like, I'm the first one out of here. Are you kidding me?
You think I'm going to be women and children first my ass?
Hey, Grandma's like, she's already almost dead. I got some time left.
Sir, do you understand the responsibilities of what you're... I'm sorry, I wasn't even...
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. This thing opens. I'm out the door.
I am muscling. I'm muscling out the other people in the other exit seats.
You're gonna be out the door already paddling the life raft away from everyone. Like, hey, come back, you son of a bitch.
See ya
later, guys.
All right.
Hey, I'll send for help. Don't worry. We picked the wrong guy to be at that seat. He did not do what he was
supposed to offer a helping hand.
How shoving old ladies out of the way. Get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Bobbing and weaving down that lane. I'm getting out of here, man. I don't know about you guys.
I'm sideswiping them. I'm doing NFL scoops.
throwing kids out of the way. Get out of here. This plane's on fire. I want out. Yeah, no, you are not good for that scene. Lastly, this is pretty interesting. A financial website has a unique job opening, and all fans of the Fast and Furious movie franchise are encouraged to apply. Finance Buzz is seeking a quote-unquote Fast and Furious claims adjuster to watch all 10 films and take notes on all of the car crashes with particular attention to the damages to the cars.
Hey, real quick, before we move further, if you're on the stream, literally, I have this written down to talk about today. Fast and Furious. Oh my God, this is hilarious. This is in the
So we'll get to that. Do you want to rip on that now? After I get the
after you get done with this, let's man.
Finance Buzz says the notes taken will help them quote estimate the insurance impact of the franchise's reckless driving, end quote. The job pays $1,000 and an additional $100 to cover the cost of streaming all the movies. Applications are being accepted now at financebuzz.com.
Wow.
That's amazing. So you can be the claims adjuster for the Fast and Furious.
Busy
movie franchise.
Busy. That's for sure.
Got a lot of pausing.
So I was talking with Brock on Friday, and we're like, it was right after the show. We got done. I'm like, I got to write this down. We got to talk about this on Monday. Fast and the Furious. So which one are they on?
Is 19, it 10?
10? I don't know. Double digits for sure, right?
How many Fast and Furious movies are there?
So the only thing I had to tell Brock, I'm like, hey, I saw the trailer, the Fast and Furious trailer. Have you seen it? He's like, I haven't seen it yet. I'm like, I'm just going to tell you one thing, Brock. That's all I have to say. Actually, the whole trailer I could talk about.
I think I said I'm not even going to watch it because I'm not interested. All right. It's the 10th one.
I go, Brock, this is how the trailer ends, right? It's Toretto,
of course,
driving down the Hoover Dam.
No.
Outrunning a fireball of some sort. Just ripping. Doing it for family.
They can doing it for family. All right.
Hey, driving down the Hoover Dam.
Like they're not even trying.
Come on.
They're not. It's like are they just pulling a fast one?
I want to see the end of that. What happens? Does he hit a jump or something? How does he get himself out of this?
So
if you drive down the Hoover Dam, Brock, you are gonna end up in a fireball. Nope. And ifs, buts about it. I loved it. As soon as I saw, I got to tell Brock about it.
So you're telling me he is hauling ass down the Hoover Dam?
Oh, yeah. He hits fifth gear, man.
And there's a fireball. So they exploded the Hoover Dam.
Something's going on. Yeah, behind him. He's outrunning it. He's still in his Charger.
Like they gotta just be. You think they're just in the writers' room, just laughing their asses
off?
They
have to be.
You know what? And people are gonna watch it. We're like, hey, why do we have him go down the Hoover Dam? Hey, can we bring back the Charger? Is he in the Charger at least?
He's in the Charger. I'm serious. He's in the Charger.
Of course he is.
Doing it for family, dude.
Doing it for family.
I mean, but what is the writer room like?
Wait.
Hear me out,
guys. At that point, you can do anything. They've done it all. Didn't they like jump like a helicopter in one? I mean,
yeah. Come on, guys. We're gonna have them jump the Grand Canyon. No, we're gonna jump the Grand Canyon, and a landing ramp would be the Hoover Dam would be a good landing ramp.
It's perfect. It makes sense. It's geographically, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
And it'll be like pow, pow.
Wow, we'll throw a bunch of explosions.
Boom.
You know. Now, the only thing in the back seat of that Dodge Charger was there a bunch of old VCRs and DVD players from the very first one, and some tube TVs, because that's where it all starts.
He's going through a lot here to sell those DVD players.
He can't unload them anymore. There's no market for it. That's the whole premise of this entire franchise, is the fact that he's gone through all this stuff because he had a trailer full of DVD players.
That's what it is. They finally get them, and they're like, open the trunk.
We've been chasing you for 20 years. Unbelievable. You know how much damage you've caused for DVD players, Toretto? It's insane.
It's insane. You're driving down the Hoover Dam now, Toretto. You need to relax.
This is a national landmark, and you exploded it. For what?
Some DVDs?
DVD players? Tube TVs? You can't even sell that at a garage sale,
Toretto. Hey, he's still doing it, man. Hey, he's going to have some stories for his grandchildren. I'll tell you what.
Well, hey, it's all about family.
It's all that's what he's doing it for. The DVDs and family.
Like, I'm almost like I'm not even mad anymore because it's our fault for letting it get out of hand. Like
exactly.
Those writers in the writers' room for the Fast and they got the easiest gig in the world. All right, they literally just
come up with it. Didn't they go to the moon in one of them?
They were in space.
They were in space in one of them, right?
What was it, Tyrese? Whoever's in there, he's like got a Lamborghini in space. You thought that was enough? No, that's not it. We're not done there.
But wait, there's more.
And you know what? You know who was in the passenger seat? George Washington, the ghost of George Washington.
Might as well.
Holding an American flag, all right, out the window.
Doing it for family.
Why not? Why the hell not?
I just couldn't believe it. I saw the trailer and I just started dying. I was dying.
Like, do you think, like, at the movie premiere, like, the cast and crew are just sitting back behind everyone laughing their asses off? Like, look at these idiots.
Is there an explosion war between these guys and Michael Bay? Is this what's going on?
Must be.
There's a secret, like, director's fight going on. Like, who can get the most explosions and ridiculousness in one flick?
They added some doves in there, too, just to make sure John Woo has some competition, too. Like, what the hell? Unbelievable, guys.
Jeez, man.
Love it. Hold on. Brandon did send me a message. He said, next is Fast and Furious Pro. That's what we need to make up. The pro version.
Pro version.
Doing it for family. Do it for family.
Family Pro.
You did all that for DVD players? No, I did it for family. But the DVD players,
we got to watch something. When we're all together.
We don't even have DVDs anymore, Toretto, you idiot.
Get
Everything
off
screams now.
The Hoover Dam, would you?
Do it for family. So stupid. That's your morning dump. We'll be back. I totally forgot that you mentioned that last week. God damn it, that's funny, man.
Yeah, or as soon as you said Fast and Furious, I'm like, oh,
I
had the note shit right here too. Yeah, jeez, dude.
Do it for family. You want to just get right into sports? It's 7:24 right now.
Yeah.
Okay. We still got about a minute and a half. What else do we talk about? Oh. You spelled Toretto.
T-O. Is it
two
R's or two T's?
Two T's.
Yeah.
That's where I get you. And I got AI's perfect human body, open plane seats, and Toretto on the Hoover Dam.
That's so stupid.
Love it.
That's funny.
Dude, fucking May 22nd. What the hell?
Yeah. I think I might go put the final touches on the boat today and then throw her out tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know what you got
Oh,
going
wait, shit.
on
Oh, we got sports here.
after the show.
Good morning, 726, the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
Morning.
Make sure you join us. We're on Twitch, Facebook, the Plan B Morning Show page. Subscribe to that on YouTube so you don't miss out on web exclusive content coming up today. The After Show podcast and my interview with Billy Corgan will be on there as well.
Yeah, nice.
Pumpkins. I will remember to post it
Today is the great.
Smart guy. I was nervous interviewing him because he's a smart,
how'd that
smart
go?
guy.
Because he is smart and you were, well, not smart. So
how dare you, Hunter? How dare you, you jerk? No, it actually went really well. He's a super nice guy. It's always tough, though, because the bigger the artist, the shorter time you have to interview him, unless you're Joe Rogan, of course. He spent like 3 hours, Joe Rogan.
Did he have his arms in his sleeves?
So I didn't actually get to see him. It was.
Oh, I thought you did it on stream.
It was just audio. That's all it was. It was just he was on stream, but he wasn't on camera, which is fine. But it's funny. He had his manager, like his PR guy, on there, and he's like, "Well, okay, well, we got about we're running a little behind, so you got about 9 minutes." And I'm like, "All right, 9 minutes, okay." We got to right at the end, and I could see the PR guy. I couldn't see Billy, and I'm talking to Billy. I'm like, "All right, Billy, before I let you go, I'm going to do rapid fire." And I see his PR manager start shaking his head, and I just went and did it anyways. I'm like, "Come on, I'm talking to Billy Corgan. I'm going to do it, dude.
Do it.
It'll take me 30 seconds, so it's fine." So anyway, great guy. Interview coming up later, and again, that will only be on the Plan B Morning Show YouTube page. So make sure you check that out. With that said, let's get to it. It's time for sports. As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
Bud Distributing, getting you stocked up with delicious Bud Light, tall, cool Budweisers. So whatever you got going on, you keep the party going with Bud Distributing. Of course, drink wiser with Bud Distributing.
Here we go, man. Some important scores here. NHL, Stanley Cup playoffs, conference finals, best of 7 yesterday. The Gold Knights from Vegas beating the Stars 3-2 in overtime. Vegas leads 2-0. You know, a fairly new team, but Vegas is good at hockey.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Well, I wonder why that is. I wonder what the story behind that is. Because, like I said, they're a fairly new team. Is it because everything's new and everybody wants to?
Here's what I chalk it up.
Vegas. You get to live in Vegas, maybe.
I think because they got to start from scratch. Like all the other teams are settled in, you know what I mean? So it's not like they can just get rid of everyone and then get all new people. They can't do that. So you get to start from scratch and you get to just like build this perfect team. You know what I mean?
That's definitely a wild guess, isn't it?
No, for sure. I mean, that's just what I assume. You know what I mean? But you think about it, all these other teams, you can't just like, oh, hey, you know what? We want to start from scratch. Like the Maple Leafs. All right. It's not like they can let go of everyone and be like, all right, we're just going to start from scratch and we're going to get all the best players. We're going to bring them in. You get what I mean?
I guess I kind of understand what you're saying. You can cut people, but yeah, I guess you're right. It's like you already have your.
Well, and you got contracts, so it's not like you can just get rid of everyone without having to pay people. There's people that are like guaranteed so much and everything. So,
and
so
you maybe got Vegas money. So
yeah,
that helps too, probably.
Oh, and hold on. Justin said new NHL teams get an insane salary cap for the first few years.
Oh,
so they don't suck and can get fans. So there you go.
That's pretty cool. Thank you for that, Justin. Nice. That's good knowledge there. So that's pretty wild.
So I was kind of close.
You actually, that was a decent guess.
Actually, I read Justin's comment first, and then I said,
"He's stealing his thunder, huh? You jerk." That's interesting. I wonder if it's like that for football or like any other sport. Like if you come up with a new NFL, like when the Texans first started, like did they get an insane salary cap?
Yeah. What are some new teams that have popped up recently that are really good?
What's the newest NFL team or the latest? I should. You know.
God, who would it be?
Who would it be? Would it? No,
Jaguar. The Jags.
No,
and they come around.
I think like Jacksonville's been around for a while, right? I would say the Texans.
Hold on, someone commented. Maybe someone else knows. The Texans. Sonny said the Texans.
Texans. It's got to be the Texans.
Yeah.
All right. For a second, I was thinking maybe Tennessee. The Titans have been around. Been around.
Now, wait, though. Aren't the Texans just an offset from the Oilers?
Yeah. Well, the Houston Oilers used to be, the football team. And then that team moved elsewhere. Not sure where that move went. But Houston sat blank for a while. And then, boom, Texans went in.
William said the Ravens, too. That's a new one.
Oh, that's a new, yeah. Good.
Not that I don't trust our listeners, but let me just newest NFL team.
The Ravens? It might be the Ravens. Texans? Ravens?
It is the Texans. They're the youngest. They became the league's 32nd franchise during the 2002 season.
2002. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, it's been that long, huh?
Hey, you want to know the 5 oldest teams?
Well, let me guess.
Okay, 5 oldest NFL
Green
teams.
Bay,
They're on the
Chicago
list.
Bears, which they weren't. That's not what they were called back then. But I'm using their names now. Packers. I think the Packers were the Packers, though. Packers.
Yeah.
Bears.
They used to be the Acme Packers.
Packers.
Originally.
Bears. Steelers. Is it gonna be the Colts?
Nope.
I got the 3 though, right? 3.
You got
3.
2 of them. You got 2 of them. So the actual oldest NFL team is the Arizona Cardinals. They
What?
founded in 1898 as
Wow.
the Morgan Athletic Club. And then number 2 is the Packers in 1919.
Okay.
Then the Chicago Bears, then the New York Giants, and then the Detroit Lions.
The Lions?
Yeah, that's the 5th oldest team in the
I
NFL.
guess I do. Have you seen
God,
that? Have you seen the Lions logo from back then?
Back in the day, it's horrifying.
It's horrifying. It's almost
God.
scary looking.
They've been a terrible team for so
Did you have
long.
a kindergartner draw that?
Actually, I think they were pretty good, like back before Super Bowl era football, but ever since then. But yeah, how about that? The Arizona Cardinals, 1898.
Wouldn't have guessed that.
No,
Wouldn't have guessed that. It's pretty interesting. See, you learned
Yeah.
something here today in sports. You like that?
there you go.
So anyway, there you go. There's your NHL. So there is a game tonight. The Hurricanes going to be in Florida playing the Panthers 8:00. Florida leads that series 2-0. So there you go. Wrapping it up for hockey/football.
I know it. But when you went back to hockey, I'm like, oh, is that what we were talking about? I totally forgot. I totally forgot what we were doing.
Moving on, there's some more playoffs being had, man. NBA, it's actually getting pretty exciting. Conference finals, best of 7 last night. The Heat beating the Celtics and beating them up. Dude, what is going on? 128 to 102. 128.
Wow.
Miami leads the series 3-0. They were the playing team, man.
Dude, they got nothing to lose. You know what I mean?
This is a team full of no-name people. I mean, I'm not saying no-name. Jimmy Butler. There's a few players on this team. You're like, oh, yeah, I think I've heard that name. But no, they're not supposed to win. So next time you're at the bar or Grandpa's got NBA up on TV for some reason, you want, the Heat. Remember that. Cheer for them. Because they are not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
They're the underdogs for sure in the NBA finals, right? Or the playoffs right now. So come on, go Heat, man. Jimmy Butler just must have been catching fire, man. Well, it says here, Gabe Vincent scored a career high of 29 points.
So everyone's picking it up.
Everybody's playing on that team.
Yep. Well, like I said, when you're the playing team, man, you know, you got nothing to lose. No one expected you to be there, so you might as well just play balls to the wall. You know?
I was watching some Sports Center the other day, and they're talking about it, and they're just like, they're flowing.
Yeah.
You know, the ball's moving, and everything's kind of worked around Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
But it seems like everybody that touches the ball from the Heat now are just, it's going to go in the hoop. I know what I'm doing with it. It's just clicking. That's fun to watch when that happens, you know?
I like it.
So,
playing team.
If you're an NBA fan, hey, the playoffs are actually pretty damn awesome this year. From what I've seen,
well,
it's been blowing my mind.
It's always better. That's I know I've whined about this before, but I just feel like during the season they're going like 75%. All right, which is still, I mean, them playing 75% is still impressive basketball. But they're saving themselves for the playoffs. Which I mean, do you get mad about that? Because
now we have great basketball. I don't know.
But
I think I would take it this way because we're not going to watch basketball like this all year round. It's almost better to have it in
well, that's why people go nuts for March Madness.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's because
exactly right.
it's boom, 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 boom. It's not
you get it all. It's like you get your fix in a month, or not even a month.
KT said, which by the way, another shout out to KT. He was one of our awesome
yeah, man. He's got a bunch of pictures, and he was great, man. KT, thank you. Seriously.
At the Subpar Golf Classic. Seriously, man, we appreciate it. Thanks for being out there. But he said, my predictions: Florida Panthers Stanley Cup, Miami Heat NBA champ. So he's going with the Heat.
The Heat going to be the champs. So that's interesting. Yep. Heat, like I said, lead 3-0 in that series tonight. The Nuggets going to be in Los Angeles playing the Lakers at 8:30. LeBron, dude, Denver leads that series 3-0.
Wow, really?
Lakers aren't going to the finals. That's not good for LeBron's legacy. Just saying.
So what are you saying? That'll be the Denver and the Heat?
It's going to be the Heat and the Nugs.
Heat up them Nugs.
That was just so. Wow,
that's wild, man. Then again, it could change. Who knows?
King
LeBron
James
can turn it on
and past Jokic, huh? It's just that's wild.
Or are they going to have an epic 4-game comeback? You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
that's it. I'm not ripping on LeBron. I'm biting my tongue on this.
Yeah,
but he's kind of a little bitch in my opinion. So.
And he made a terrible Space Jam.
He just flops. I can't get around anybody who flops. All right? Yes, he's one of the greatest. He's huge. He can shoot. He can back you down. He can do anything on the court. But if you flop, if somebody touches you and it doesn't hurt, but you, I can't get around it. I'm sorry. Here's your jersey back. I don't want it.
Take it.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong by saying that?
No, and I don't watch enough of him play. I don't watch basketball to.
You don't even have to watch. All I have to do is mention it. Like, this guy's a flopper. Well, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Why don't you? Well, I've heard he's a flopper, and I just don't like flop. Nobody should like floppers. It ruins the game. You look like a pansy. You're supposed to be the leader out there. Did you see Leonidas in the movie 300? No. This is Sparta, and he beats Spartans, kicks people into holes.
Are you saying he should start kicking people?
I did not flop. He shouldn't be flopping. I don't care what you do.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Pisses me off. You see Jordan flopping around on the court. No. Give me the ball. I'm going to score it. We're going to win. That's it, period.
Speaking of big guys on the court, I was watching this little Shaq short. Dude, it's hilarious.
I love Shaq. So God, I love Shaq. It's hilarious.
It was telling the story about how I think it was his 29th birthday, and he had to play that night, but he spent like all day planning for this big party, and he's dog ass tired before the game, and it shows how he starts. Dude, he's just kind of like
just sitting there
because he's been planning a party all day.
Tired.
He just wants to go to his 29th birthday party, but then he sees his idol Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the stands, and he turns it on. He has a career-high 60 point. Dude, he's smoking the ball. Just hilarious. Just hilarious, dude. God, Shaq is funny.
There's some times like at halftime or whatever when, cut to like Barkley and Shaq and all the guys at the round table and whatnot. There was one time he was wearing glasses, like almost mirrored glasses, Shaq was. It didn't say anything. I think he was sleeping. I swear. He didn't move. Like, somebody check this guy's pulse. Like, he hasn't even... His chest isn't even moving. Nothing. Like, he's dead.
Big man took a nip.
I took a nip. Too much icy hot.
Hilarious, dude. But yeah, so there you can just see the first part of the game. He's just like, whatever. And then he turns it on, just destroying people, man.
Bringing the rim down with him. You know?
Yep.
Man. Yeah, what kind of a man do you feel like?
Breaking a backboard?
Yeah, I mean,
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, what's that feel like? What's that feel like, Shaq?
With that many people, with an arena full of people too, and you're just, dude.
That thing is built really strong. That is meant for a lot of weight to be yanked.
And he just got dash. His His pregame ritual was to eat 2 sandwiches and take a nap. That's what he did, man.
I love he, he was just like a big baby, man. Loves his mom. I love every bit of Shaq.
Yeah, he's the best, man. And
And
he does
knows
every
it.
commercial.
He leans into it. He's just as sarcastic as we are. It's
Yep.
great.
Yep. Does every commercial known to man. Like, I mean, he's doing general RV insurance commercials.
He doesn't care.
Call the
sign me
general.
up.
Yeah. I see that.
And you know what?
Beautiful.
Everybody says he's the nicest guy, man.
Yeah.
Really is. And you can tell.
So, LeBron, be more like Shaq.
Would you?
Right. Hey,
The
come on.
gentle giant, you know.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to piss him off, that's for sure. But
God, he could rip your head off your body. It's insane.
You know,
He could one hand on my head and just right there,
like
dead.
a doll, you know, like your old doll,
Yeah.
like cabbage patch.
He could. I think about it, like he could just put his hand on my head and rip it right off my body. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
There you go, man. So some playoffs in your 7 a.m. sports this morning. So
Good enough for me. Sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
hey, bud.
We'll be back. All right. We'll do I got one short song and then we'll get into it.
Oh
I'll get some shit.
What's the topic again?
What's something you regret you did as a kid that you regret to this day?
Jeez, man. All right. I'll be right back.
Everything. All right, you're good. Bell tire. Fucking love this song. You guys probably can't hear it, but if you're listening, oh yes, William, it is time for Hunter's morning dump. If you guys are listening to the actual station, this is one of my favorite songs, Rainbow, Since You've Been Gone. That's kind of why I'm playing it. I could have probably skipped over it, but I wanted to hear it. So, air drums. Man in my head can't take you since you've been gone.
Yeah, I have a lot of stories here, but I got one that I don't think I've told on air before.
Oh, is it one that I know, or is it a new one from Hunter?
But you might know this one. Maybe at a campfire.
Now, you and I we're at that point in our relationship where we've told each other all of our fucking stories.
I
I've heard this one.
Yeah.
God.
I was trying to think of a freshie.
It's like my wife. I can't impress her anymore with any of my shit. She's just like, all right, yeah, great.
Sweet. She walks away at this point. All right.
Yeah.
When Brock,
somebody
new around, she starts telling a story. I'll watch Kiki, and she'll just kind of she'll start looking for somebody else to talk to.
I've heard this story 30 fucking times over the.
That's funny.
Now she starts calling me out when I exaggerate on the story. He's like, no, it didn't happen that way.
No.
Shut up. Yes, it did. All right, we got a minute here.
Hey, it's a good thing I got my good golf out on Saturday, dude. Yesterday was man.
Do you golf
Yeah, we
yesterday?
went in the morning, like we got up
Jesus
early.
Christ.
I know.
Aren't you sick of golf?
I love it. Even when I suck. But yesterday was one of those days. And of course I suck on the days we bet money,
Yeah. When you actually put money into it, that's when you just golf like shit.
God.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Okay. I give you credit though, man. Golfing all day and then going and golfing again. All right, so you like your golf.
Yeah, it's addicting, man. It's an addiction, but
I bet you're not any
damn it.
All right, here we go. All righty. Good morning. It's 7:47, the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
The danger zone. That's what it is.
That's right. Welcome to the danger.
What a badass song. Do you think when he made that, he was just one of those songs where he heard it for the first time at some point, or like the final version, here it is, play. Like, do you think the people in that room are just like, dude, the hair on my arm is standing up. This is going to be it. This is the hit. This could be in Top Gun.
Rock hard.
It wasn't made for
I still
Top
am
Gun,
every
right?
time I hear it.
Or was it?
I think he did. I think he did write Danger Zone for Top Gun. I think so.
Write a better song. Write one better.
Write a better song that fits a movie better. You can't do it.
The hair is standing up on my arms right now, just talking about it. I loved it.
Put that in there and the jets flying by. Like, oh my God, we just created the perfect.
When Top Gun came back out in the day, that was the time where we had huge speakers on each side of the TV, the receiver that you turned up to 100.
Unbelievable.
On Top Gun.
Effing Kenny Loggins, bro.
Here we
okay.
Go.
What else do you need? You don't need anything else. Anyway, well, let's move on from Kenny Loggins because we got to get to your topic of the day. Brought to you by Sports 44. Try Sports 44 first for sporting gear, shoes, clothes, school spiritwear, equipment, Kenny Loggins and more. Located at 2605 South Cleveland Avenue in St. Joe. Sports 44, sporting goods for all 4 seasons. Your topic for today, what's something you did as a kid that you regret to this day?
Boy.
Where to begin?
All of it. I mean, question for my parents, really. No, they have a whole book. They have pictures. We can go through a Polaroids if you want.
Yeah, they don't have a nice book full of all the great things Hunter did. They have a book of all the terrible.
The memory book
is
black. It's a big black thick book.
It's called Hunter, the son of a bitch.
Ivan the Terrible. It says on
Ivan the Terrible.
So I'm trying to think of a story that I haven't told on here because we've had a lot of time on here and a lot of stories have been told. And this one I don't think I have. Yeah. And this is when I was really young. I think it was like 5, 4 maybe. I barely remember this. I remember like frames from it because I was so young. So the story goes back in the day in the 80s. My dad was a drag racer, sand drags. He ran sand rails and he was very good at it. He held a world record for like 8 years. He'd race, I think it was like 110 yards, was it? Do it in like 2 point some seconds. Insane.
Damn.
It was just, he would throw sand in the air. They would tow him back to the starting line, and rocks and sand would still be falling. I mean, people would just be in awe of this, man. It was something to see. So, badass dragster, right? I'm a kid. I don't know. The dragster has zoomies. It's got headers coming out the side, right? I'm a kid. I see these. I don't know what they are. I don't even know what this thing is. Really. It's just loud and goes fast, and everybody loves Dad, right? I pick up a rock, all right? I'm like, oh, a rock, a hole. So this is when he's getting ready to stage too. It's a big, important race, and he's sitting there talking to his crew, getting ready. His back is turned to the dragster, and all he hears is ting, 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 ting. I dropped a rock into the header just because I was a rock and there was a hole. I wanted to put it in there.
And
this is minutes before he's got a race. So his crew, all I remember is being picked up. Like they pick me up, and here I go. I get carried away, and I see a crew of people just ripping, just wrenching on this header, just getting this header off to shake this rock so it doesn't shoot off into the distance into the crowd when he fires his car up and kills somebody. Hunter, what are you doing? You know what? It's expensive. This is an expensive. I was just a terrible kid, man.
I just love that. I mean, it makes sense. It's a rock and a hole. And
It's a rock. It's a hole. I want to. It fits.
Come on.
My dad, the way he puts it too, he's like, man, we're talking about something important, and I knew exactly what it was.
What happened?
Without even turning around. He's like, I knew you dropped a wrench, a rock, something into that header because it. Steve Rock getting ready to stage. Boom! What was that came out of here?
You killed a guy.
Oh, that's one hilarious. Of many stories, guys.
I've never heard that one. Well, good news is you got the rock out and everything's fine. So you know
he did, and he got the header back on, and seconds before he had to get that thing up there.
I always say I don't know why your dad still lets you in the shop. I wouldn't let you anywhere near any of these expensive
and he continued to buy us like little go-karts and vehicles. Yeah. He knew we were gonna wreck them.
No, I would just I wouldn't don't let you touch anything. All right, just you stay over there.
I'm
Hunter.
Still convinced that the guy was bored at times. Was like, I'm gonna buy him a go-kart so they wreck it. So I have something to work
something
on.
To fix, yeah, because it's just a matter of time.
Oh,
a matter of time.
For sure. It's gonna catch on fire. Hilarious. We're gonna flip it.
Hunter, don't touch it. All right, just don't touch it. There's a rock in a hole, and I was there. That's what I was It's the best. I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt for you. There's a rock in a hole, and
what else am I supposed to do?
Come on. Come on. Good story. I like that. Definitely something you regret to this day. But again, it all worked out, so don't feel too bad. For me, one thing that I regret that I did as a kid, I regret to this day, is I shot a robin, and dude, I feel
you so quick, just
go ahead. Out there. I just want to get it. I shot a robin. Okay, I was probably, and now this is a guy that hunts animals. All right, the circle of life, it doesn't bother me, but there was something about shooting that robin that I knew.
Illegal in Michigan, but it's a state bird.
So I was in Wisconsin, and I think it's still illegal in Wisconsin too. It's still, here. And I had that gun pumped, man. That BB gun was pumped.
For what? For things flying around eating worms?
I was just. Yep, and you know what? I believe I was in elementary school, so I was young enough, but still new. And here's what I did with that robin, because I knew I did something wrong. All right, I took the dead robin that I just blasted with my BB gun. No. All right, and I went and hid it like in the woods near our house. Like I went like kind of like
a psychopath. It's a good thing you didn't end up like Dahmer.
I buried him under some twigs and stuff.
That poor bird.
I mean, just as soon as that bird hit the ground, I'm like, I feel terrible. And I still, to this day,
I have the exact same story.
Did you shoot a robin?
Mine was a robin. I didn't shoot a robin. Okay. Mine was I think it was it's even worse. I think it was like a blue jay or something. Jesus. One bird. So I was at my buddy's house. Yeah, same thing. BB guns. You're a kid. Yep. You don't know.
Yeah.
And hey, I had to sneak up on it. I got underneath it and shot it, and it fell like right next to me, but it didn't. It wasn't.
Oh, you didn't kill it,
man.
But at least I killed mine on the first shot. Did you have to shoot it again? Then you're terrible.
I felt so. I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah, like even to this day.
Immediately when I did it, I like dropped the gun and I'm like, no, like the noise it made when it.
Way to go, murderer! All right.
Seriously, something inside of me was like, nope.
I knew exactly the same thing for me. Is yep.
Never doing that again.
As soon as the robin hit the ground, I'm like, oh man.
And then like to this day, 5 years later, I got another BB gun, and my buddy came over, and I left him for like 10 minutes, and he comes back with like 20 birds. I'm like, dude, don't. My mom feeds me. We have bird feeders everywhere.
He's like, yeah, I know. It's super easy to kill them. They just kept landing. Yep. That one.
It's funny you had that story because
it still sits with me. Like if I see a robin, like any robin nowadays, I'm like, sorry, I killed probably your relative. Sorry, buddy. I killed your grandma.
Jerk.
Shot your grandma right in the face.
You
Jesus.
jerk.
I'm sorry. So yeah, I regret that. I did that as a kid and I regret it.
Uh-huh.
We got some answers on Facebook. What's something you did as a kid that you regret to this day? Jen said not taking the opportunity to be a tattoo apprentice when I was a teen. That's an interesting answer. Yeah, do you have anything that reminded me of one? And one thing, I wasn't so much a kid. I was a young man. I regret not spending more time in California after I graduated from broadcasting school. And that kind of reminded me of that. Something like, I was young. I didn't have any responsibilities. I wish I would have stayed out there longer, but
I almost tried to apply for, or not apply, well, go to Second City, that school, or there's a school you go to before Second City, I think.
Oh, the stand-up?
Yeah.
The improv? Yeah.
I just kind of look back at that. I'm like, oh, I wonder how that would have turned out.
Yeah.
Not good, probably.
Well, maybe it'd be a little funny, actually, so who knows? Could have helped out the show, Hunter.
You shut up.
Let's see. Ben said the Macarena. He still regrets doing it.
Oh. Hey, by the way, the Macarena is about a guy that goes away for the military and his wife cheating on him while he's away. And everybody's out dancing to that song.
Oh, at weddings. At weddings, usually. That's what it's
at.
Yep.
You know what this is about, right?
And it's a long song, too. It's like 6 minutes long. Yep. Let's see. Something you did as a kid that you regret to this day. Tyler said chipping my front tooth. Do you got the fake tooth now? Is that what it is? You got that cap on there?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be careful with that.
Do you have a fake tooth?
No, this is a dead tooth, that one right there. But it hasn't changed colors. I don't know why it hasn't. Yeah, hasn't turned like yellow or brown or anything. Yeah, that I broke in my 20s, drunk riding a bicycle, slamming into my other drunk friend. It was insane. Yep.
I got a chip tooth up here, but over time, it's kind of like grinded itself down a little bit.
How about I'll add on to that. I do regret not uppercutted.
You're boxing. I'm serious, man.
Tyson hit you in the face. Mike Tyson, you take an uppercut?
It wasn't Tyson. That's what I'd have been dead.
But I could add on to that. I wish I would have taken better care of my teeth. That's something I regret as a kid, not be lying to me. I brushed my teeth. I didn't.
We were talking about this the other day, actually, within the family. That's a good regret. Is I should have worn my retainer on my bottom teeth.
Yeah.
More. And I think a lot of people are like that too. Make sure you wear your retainer. You're like, you do it for a week, and then you're like, I have my braces off. I'm good.
I'm fine.
And the bottom teeth go right back to where they were.
Damn it! Damn you, teeth.
Well, money.
Yeah, listen to the dent. What do I know? I'm just a dentist. Jesus. I like Josh's answer. He said skateboarding. Broke way too many bones trying to be the next Tony Hawk.
So I almost regret not getting into skateboarding as much. I mean, I kind of did. But I wasn't big skater. I wasn't hitting jumps or grinds or anything.
I think there's a lot of us that thought we could skate because of pro skater. And I think the same thing for me. I think every kid at some point gets a skateboard.
Yeah.
And very few of us actually put in the time because you need a lot of time. But that is hard learning.
So who was it? Is he paying for it now? Is that what he's saying?
Josh. He said just too many broken bones. So I don't know. Probably spent a lot of summers in casts. Probably is what it is. Yeah. That'll ruin a summer when you got to wear a bag at the pool because you broke your arm again. So.
But you're like Tony Hawk, bro. It's worth it.
Yeah, broke at skateboarding, man.
It's a cool story.
You got to wear a bag at the pool. Sorry, you can't get that cast wet. Put a bag over that arm. Anyway, well, good answers. Long story short, we did a lot of things we regret when we were younger. To this day. Sorry, I shot you, Robin. All right, we'll be back with more.
You jerks.
You jerk. You Plan B morning show. Oh, good enough for today.
Nah.
All right, guys. We'll have a good rest of your Monday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.